you, Rory.
Sure, thanks. Are you good to start, yeah?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you, Danny, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead, Rory, over to you.
Okay, cool. Rory, how did you find today? It looked like it was a kind of a good old-fashioned, hard-working day of Test cricket for you.
Yeah, pretty much spot on. I think it was exactly that. I think the pitch is slightly too paced. It's probably lent itself to, like I say, just a good old-fashioned day of Test cricket, really.
And how about the stump score? There was the game kind of ebbed and flowed a little bit, and you worked hard up at the top and maybe had the better of the end there. But do you think it's about 50-50? Yeah,
I think so. I think it's the sort of surface that is probably keeping everyone slightly interested at various points. It's probably not the easiest thing to force a game on from a bat perspective. Having said that, I think Loz has played beautifully and probably quite fluently for a surface as it is.
Obviously, Rory, centuries are not easy to come by in Test cricket. Had you started to think about getting sort of backing up and getting 2 in a row?
Yeah, it'd been nice, wouldn't it? Obviously, fell slightly short today, which is disappointing and probably something that was fractionally unavoidable from my point of view. But yeah, obviously, just to back up, the runs at Lords with another good score from a personal standpoint, I'm pretty happy with.
Okay, let's go to Will McPherson, please.
Hi, Rory. Did today feel kind of as fluent as you felt in Test cricket? You sort of seemed to be nailing drives and pulls and things like that, which it maybe looked a little bit easier today for you than it did at Lords at times.
No, I wouldn't say so. I would say it's fairly similar. I think, like I say, probably the surface wasn't the easiest to force it around on. But I think the rhythm I'm in currently that I've taken from county cricket to coming back into this environment has been good. So, yeah, it's just something that I'm looking to continue on. If it looked quite nice, then I'm pretty happy with that.
And just a word on the crowd chanting Rory Burns at Edgbaston. Feel familiar?
Yeah, fractionally disappointing to not get it home and hear it sung a little bit louder. But yeah, I think it's brilliant, isn't it? The Hollies is pretty impressive as a stand, probably as good as it gets, definitely in this country, potentially in world cricket. So yeah, the atmosphere they create was brilliant.
Just on a slightly different note, James Bracey's had a sort of complicated start to Test cricket with a couple of ducks. What as a senior player, what do you kind of say to a guy who's experiencing that and the sort of glare and spotlight that comes with it? What are your words to him, I suppose?
It's going to be another opportunity, I suppose, and that's all you can ask for. And you've got to take, try and take it as best as you can next time you get one. Brace is experienced in first-class cricket. He'd have had things like this before, and things wouldn't have gone spot on. He's used to batting up the top of the order. He's a very fine player, so it's just more getting around him, giving him the support he needs, and then letting him go out there and enjoy himself.
Cheers.
Okay, we've got Lawrence and then Dean.
Hi, Rory. Just wondered how easy or not it was for the whole team to move on from the issues of the last few days and sort of clear your minds ahead of a sort of must-win game.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we got to Edgbaston, it was more, what can we do with this fixture? How can we, series in the balance, how can we win the game? How can we win the game and win the series? So from that perspective, it's just been all eyes on the cricket and focus on the cricket and trying to produce our best stuff out on the pitch.
Thanks.
Okay, Dean, please.
Hi, Rory. Well played. I mean, as a teammate of Dan and watching the way that he went about his business this afternoon, how much did you enjoy watching the sort of style with which he played? I mean, clearly a pretty confident stroke maker, and it just looked like the ground was rocking with him.
Yeah, it was good to watch, wasn't it? For guys people that haven't seen Loz that much, they probably think that he does things in slightly, I suppose. I'm not going to tell him that because I get told that, but in a different manner, and he enjoys his flair.
No, good one, say it.
I don't want to tag him with the same thing. So he enjoys his flair, and some of his shot making, like say was brilliant today. I think I was watching it inside and I said to Sib, he almost hit like this punchy sort of cover drive thing, and it was actually a dot, but I was just like, what a shot that is. And it's, how he played there and how he managed to be so fluent on that type of surface, I think was really impressive.
And is that just the kind of balance that I guess a few of the batsmen are kind of wrestling with at the moment? Because quite a few of you got all the shots in the locker, but I guess choosing when to bring them out is what it's all about.
Yeah, I think that's Test cricket, isn't it, in a way? So how can you cope with pressure, and how can you get yourself into an innings and get yourself going? So yeah, that's long format cricket, and sometimes it goes away and sometimes it doesn't.
Cheers, thanks.
Okay, John Etheridge, and then we'll take one more. Go ahead, John.
I was going to ask about Dan Lawrence, but I suppose I'm going to ask about your mate Sidney Sweater, and he hadn't booked it at his dive for the crease at Lord. Was that a kind of superstition thing, or what?
Sorry, is that about Sib's sweater?
Yeah, because it looked like he spilled coffee on it, but it was the dive. It's not being run out of Lords.
I think that's from, like you say, I think that's from when I sent him back at Lords, and I'm not sure how they go in the wash. So I think that was more just he'd rather it still fit him and be dirty than be slightly too small.
But it's not a superstition thing. You're just not up to date with personal and aerial and all the rest of it.
Yeah, I think you might have missed washing.
Yeah, right. Thanks. Cheers.
Okay, anyone else? No? Okay, we're done then. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.